Very good afternoon to all of you. I am Dr. Biswa and I welcome you to my channel and to this video. I sincerely thank you so much for all the support till now, and please like, share and subscribe to my channel so that you get immensely benefited in your preparation. Also, your friends who are preparing for competitive examinations, they can also get benefits. So in this video we are going to discuss something very important for you: how to prepare for the preliminary examination just in 60 days. So your OPSC 2023 preliminary examination is going to happen in the month of September. Now July and August are the most critical months for you because you are going to focus only on the preliminary examination in these 2 months, and I am going to tell you in this video what should be your strategy for the preliminary examination. So without any delay, let us watch. Okay guys, so let us start our video. GS1 first we will discuss, then we will discuss the GS2. Now let me tell you that GS paper 1 is the competitive paper. So there is a cutoff you get in the GS paper 1, and also you must clear the GS paper 2. So GS paper 2 is not a competitive paper, but it is a qualifying paper. So you need to score at least 67 marks out of 200 to clear the GS paper 2. But GS paper 1 is based on how the entire set of people who are appearing for OPSC preliminary examination, how they are performing. So OPSC decides a cutoff, okay, based on the requirements, and if you are clearing the cutoff and you are clearing the qualifying marks in the paper 2, then finally you clear the preliminary examination. So GS paper 1, let us discuss. So in the GS paper 1, I would tell you what exactly you have to do in those 2 months of July and August of 2023. So you should do last 5 years previous year questions of the OPSC preliminary examination in the GS paper 1. GS paper 1 no last 5 वर्षर जो question paper अच्छी सेगुड़ा को आपण निश्चित solve करिवे, and please go through their solution again and again. And when you try these questions of GS paper 1, please make sure that do not attempt the current affairs. कारण सपोज आपण 2018 के 2019 मसीहार क्वेश्चन करूचंती सेतिरे करंट अफेयर्स रो किछि रोल नाही, बिकॉज दोज क्वेश्चंस व्हिच हैड कम before 4 or 5 years, they don't have any relevance now. They are no more current affairs, they are history. So just prepare the static questions of last 5 years of OPSC preliminary examination GS paper 1. Second strategy is last 10 years of previous year questions of the UPSC preliminary examination in the GS paper 1. So last 10 years ro आपण सबु janko static question कर दियंतु. Again, do not try the current affairs, so just leave them, because मु जदि कहबी current affairs आपण केबे prepare माने को time रो prepare करिवे. So you should prepare for the last 1 year or last 1.5 years, not not beyond that, and it doesn't help because they are no more current affairs. Okay, तो UPSC रो सब static question कर देबे, तार solution देखि देबे. Okay, so you can get a book like this. Okay, so you can just see this book, you can get a book like this, or माने this is just a indicative book. You can market रे सेमती बहुत गुडे book अछि, so you pick only one. Okay, जो थरे की last 10 years रो जो question अछि सेगुडा आपण solve कर देबे. Now ए टाइप रो book रे कोन थाए, आपण को क्वेश्चन साइड रे लिखि दे था को ईयर रे सेटा आस्थला, राइट. तो आपण माने 2010 की 11 की 12 परे जो क्वेश्चन आछि सेही गुडा ही देखि देबे यूपीएससी रो. ओके, एंड दैट विल हेल्प यू, बिकॉज एबे ओपीएससी धीरे धीरे इज कैचिंग अप विथ यूपीएससी. माने यूपीएससी रो क्वेश्चन सेते डिफिकल्ट तो केबे भी आसीबनी ओपीएससी रे. ओके, माने दिस ईयर और नेक्स्ट ईयर, बट इट इज कैचिंग अप. सो यही क्वेश्चन गुड़ा करदे आपन गोटे एक्स्ट्रा एज मिलिबो देन अदर कैंडिडेट्स. ओके, सो लास्ट 10 years PYQ of UPSC GS1 paper. Okay, all the PYQs. Our last 5 years ro static questions of the OPSC. Okay, now next the third thing hochi pick any 2 coaching centers okay, which are local coaching centers. So because you are preparing for OPSC preliminary examination, so Odisha based any 5 coaching centers आपण पिक करंतु जोटी पिला जाउथिबे माने जोटा टिके रिनाउंड सेथिरु दीटा आपण शॉर्टलिस्ट करंतु based on some your friends or toppers feedback, already people who have cleared. Okay, you shortlist any two. Okay, any two is okay, so as per you, because people will give different views, so I am not taking any names here, but you select two. And तांकर जहाँ भी क्वेश्चंस अच्छी, ओके, तांकर जो गुड़ा से माने कौन करते कि दे वुड बी रनिंग मॉक टेस्ट्स, ओके, फॉर द ओपीएससी प्रिलिम. तो मॉक टेस्ट रे भी सेक्शनल टेस्ट थाए और फुल लेंथ टेस्ट थाए. तो मु आपको सजेस्ट करी कि गो फॉर 10 फुल लेंथ टेस्ट फॉर ईच ऑफ द कोचिंग सेंटर्स. सो यू गेट व्हाट, यू गेट 20 sets, okay, 10 questions from coaching center A and 10 question papers from coaching center B, okay, and track your performance. So for one center you can actually give the exam in the environment, proper examination environment. Other coaching center you can just see the solution, so that is okay. Okay, तो सेमती करिकी आपणकर 20टा सेट हो गला और आपण सेथरे कोन थाए लेटेस्ट करंट अफेयर्स भी थाए आ सेटा ओपीएससी फॉर्मेट रे थाए. सेटा बहुत इंपोर्टेंट. आपण जदी खाली यूपीएससी फॉर्मेट रे करिवे, सो दैट मे नॉट एक्चुअली हेल्प यू. Okay, and don't say, don't get into a discussion, this is good, this coaching center is good, this coaching center is bad. I told you just pick any two who are good or where more, a lot of people are actually going and giving mock test. Se mane kichi to research karthibe, and if they would have, lot of times people say ki se mane etu copy karchandi, setu copy karchandi, so let it be. If they have copied from Vision or they have copied from GS score, so that is okay, because they have copied the relevant questions. And because OPSC prelim pai UPSC standard ro preparation mane sete higher preparation darkar nahi, so they have considered the relevant questions which might come, so it is good only. I mean, at a lower price you are getting something which is copied from, let us say, UPSC format or UPSC mock test. So I don't see any bad in it, but this is, what is the intent to do mock test? This is for practice. The only thing is practice, because if you are seeing कि मो mock test गुड़ा दौची मोर सबू mock test रे, let us say 100, 110, 120, 130 आसुची, so that gives you a lot of confidence, and धीरे धीरे try to increase that score to 120, 130, 140, and जेतबेले आपण एग्जाम जीवे सेतबेले आपण गोटे फील ही आसीबो कि मोर डेफिनेटली हबो ओपीएससी प्रीलिम्स, definitely I am there. So it is important to appear for the mock test. So select any two local coaching centers and appear for their mock tests. Okay, then the fourth point is on YouTube videos. YouTube रे सबू टॉपिक उपरे बहुत ही भलो descriptive videos अच्छी, and because there are so many educators who are who might be educating for OPSC, UPSC, UPPSC, okay, but the issues are same. The issues which are burning issues, which are political issues, which is which is something informative, not normal issues. So like there is a court judgment, okay, so there is a video about triple talaq, there is a video about temple entry, okay, so there are some important cases which were decided in the recent past. Now there are some bills which are going to be put in the parliament, and what is the significance of those bills. Like there is a bill where the minimum age of the girls, it is going to be increased, the minimum age of marriage. Now what are the pros, what are the cons, you have to know. So by so if you want to know about it, you can see some of the YouTube videos. In fact, I follow a lot of YouTube videos, and for my information I follow many of them. For example, let us say Dhruv Rathi, right? So he makes very good informative videos also. Not all videos are relevant for the particular OPSC or UPSC examination, but some videos are definitely relevant. Or Mohak Mangal, or there are many educators from On Academy, they also make some of the informative videos. And these are not just, and so there is study IQ, right? So these are not just informative videos, they give you a visual, they give you a story. So by that you also understand that topic little more. I mean, you grasp it, because if you study it, you may not always grasp the topic in entirety, but if you see a visual, if you see some story, and if you see a past history related to that topic, you kind of believe it and you kind of remember it also. So you don't have to again go through the books and try to remember it, right? So more gote eta gote mane it's my belief and it's I think mostly true. आपण जदि गोटे जिनस बुझी जाउचंती सेटा मन रखिबा कष्ट नाही, जोटा आपण बुझी पारंती सेटा बारंबार मन रखिया पड़े और घोषिया को पड़े. The moment you understand something, 50% you already remembered it, right? So that is the trick. Okay, so YouTube videos आपण recent topics ऊपर देखंतो and that is going to help you a lot. So that can be your spare time activity. So दिन रे जने 14 घंटा 12 घंटा तो पढ़ी परिबनी, not practically possible. आपण 7 घंटा 6 घंटा पढ़िले, spend some half an hour in YouTube or 45 in YouTube and see those informative videos. आउ कौन थाए केतक एजुकेटर्स थांती, आई विल टेल यू समथिंग इंटरेस्टिंग. से माने तांकर यूट्यूब वीडियो से टॉपिक ऊपर जो थाए से टॉपिक ऊपर से माने सपोज 3-4टा मॉक क्वेश्चंस भी थाए, मॉक एमसीक्यूज भी थाए. फॉर एग्जांपल बायजूस रो आपण यूट्यूब सीरीज देखिबे, सेथिरे 3-4टा टॉपिक थिबो और मंथली 3-4टा टॉपिक ऊपर से डिस्कस करिवे, मंथली करंट अफेयर्स. तापर 10टा क्वेश्चन थिबो कि 5टा क्वेश्चन थिबो माने एमसीक्यू, आउ 2टा question thibo jota ki relevant for the mains examination. Now trust me, these videos are really helpful, okay, and you can make short notes and you can it is also easy to revise. So YouTube, yes, okay, so that was our fourth strategy. Yes, so fifth thing is so you have to cover last 1 year's current affairs. Okay, current affairs is very important these days because current affairs, the number of questions in UPSC have increased. So OPSC रे भी सेटा increase ହେଇଛି. तो OPSC रे आपण माने expect करि परियो around 15-20 questions every year which are based on current affairs. Now current affairs रे आपण करिवे, go for a very proven and relied source. Okay, so you can go for vision, you can go for a GS score, or you can go for only IAS, where monthly current affairs is given in a very condensed and short format. Okay, just bullet points so that you can easily revise. So let us say एबे को मास चलची, एबे चलची योर एप्रिल इज गोइंग ऑन. सो आपण जदि लास्ट मंथ रो करंट अफेयर्स पढुचंती, सो गो फॉर अ एप्रिल 2023 रो कंपाइलेशन from these institutes. Okay, so you will see they would have condensed everything in a PDF of, let us say, 20-30 pages. Okay, so you go through that, and even if you go for like coaching centers like Vision and all, and they will have some visuals, they will have some nice images, then there is some smart art, there are graphs, so you get to know the data points also. So go through that. Okay, you can follow maybe 1 or 2 source. Okay, and this is also a good book you can follow. Okay, so monthly current affairs or yearly current affairs, so you can follow this. So so this has some detailed coverage. Okay, so this is a yearly current affair book, but you can go for their monthly current affair magazine. So they have given in a very short format, maybe 15-20 pages max per month. So you can go through it, let us say within like 3-4 hours, or you can take a whole day and you can go through it. So one day if you invest, and maybe again you can revise for a couple of hours, so your monthly current affair is done. Okay, and that will help you to when you attempt the mock tests. So you remember I told you about the 20 sets, 10 sets from local coaching center 1 and local coaching center 2. So once you do the 20 sets, so you would have read the current affairs from here, so that will help you to score good marks, and that will this is called revising by doing questions. You can revise from your notes or you can revise by doing questions, and make sure that you always read the answer of that question. माने आपण माने कले अटेम्प्ट कले कि न कले, that is not important. You just see the question and see the answer 2-3 times, you can remember that. Okay, so 1 year current affairs is done, and you can also see a lot of probable MCQ, as I told you in the YouTube. Okay, so this is it. So in summary, your 5-year OPSC PYQs, 10 years UPSC PYQs, 20 sets from the local coaching centers. Okay, 20 sets, and try to improve their score, improve your score every time. And see, last 1 year current affair, please revise again and again from a singular couple of sources, and watch some YouTube videos. So that's it about the GS paper 1. And with this preparation, I can tell you that you can sure shot get good marks in your OPSC prelim paper, GS paper 1. Right now, let us discuss shortly about the GS paper 2, because it is a qualifying paper. It's not a competitive paper, so you can easily prepare. Okay, and particularly if you are from science background, or if you are from engineering background, or if you are good in maths, okay, and some of the technical subjects, you can do really well. But even if you come from arts background, okay, non-science background, this is something which can also be learned with the practice, because obviously you would have done maths in schools, right, till 10th. So do not worry at all, because CSAT is not a difficult paper. And first of all, this is a qualifying paper. This is not a competition or competitive paper where somebody is saying, okay, I have scored in CSAT 140 marks and somebody has got just 68. So the person who is 68, his or her paper 1 copy, GS paper 1 copy will be checked, and those who has got 140, the same thing happens for him also. So that doesn't give any additional advantage if the paper is qualifying. Okay, now for GS paper 2, again very crisp strategy. So UPSC last 5-year PYQs you must attempt. So get any book, okay, so like the book I showed you, or you get any book which had solution of the UPSC paper, GS paper 2 prelim questions. So go through the questions, go through the solutions. Okay, you attempt first. If you are unable to solve it, okay, then go through the solutions and find out where you are making mistakes, whether it is RC passages, whether it is grammar, okay, or whether it is maths or reasoning. So you try to find out where you are doing mistakes and read the complete solution. Remember, you get a book which has complete solution. So just if you have a question and the option, that does not help, because that does not have descriptive solution. You don't learn it, right? So you go for the last 5 years PYQ solution of the UPSC examination. Now again, the next thing is last 5 years PYQ solution of the OPSC preliminary examination GS paper 2. That is also very important, because after all you are preparing for OPSC prelims, so the OPSC format you should know. What is the expectation from the exam, right? So then next is any 5, okay, any 5 sets, okay, mock tests, any 5 question sets or mock tests from the any of the local coaching centers. So that will always be in the OPSC format. So that is so that practice is needed, and in that you have to try to score at least 67 out of 200. Okay, so because that is a qualifying mark to clear the paper 2 examination, right? Paper 2, you have to get the qualifying marks, okay, and you have to score very well in the paper 1. Now if you ask me cutoff, so cutoff prediction is not something I want to do, because cutoff depends on how many people actually sit in the examination. They try for the examination, and so cutoff also is decided on the basis of that toughness of the paper. Okay, so there are a lot of factors. So if you ask me to predict, that is, so I may not be able to rightly predict, because that also depends on the number of vacancies. If the number of vacancies are more, the cutoff becomes less. If the number of the difficulty level is more, the cutoff is less. If the vacancies are less, okay, cutoff is more, okay, and vice versa is also I mean this is also true for if the question paper is easier, the cutoff is more, and the paper is difficult, the cutoff is less. So there are not a single parameter which says that, you know, what would be the right cutoff. So you try to maximize your score. That is only thing I can tell you, right? So this is going to be the strategy for those 2 months. And trust me, there are two types of preparation. So one is your textbook centric preparation, and you revise your notes and textbook again and again. Second is your question based revision, or doing mock tests you are actually revising. Now see, I would choose the second one because this is a competitive examination. If you are sitting in a graduate examination, so that is a different case, you revise textbook again and again. Unless you do questions, unless you have a good hit ratio in choosing the right option of the MCQs, you cannot clear the examination even if you are thoroughly prepared with your textbook knowledge. So you need to prepare a lot of questions, you need to attempt a lot of questions, and in the mock tests you have to get score. Like in GS paper 1, try to score at least 125 or 120, okay, in the tests which you give towards the last stage of your preparation. And same goes for the paper 2, try to score at least 100 or 110 in the paper 2 as well. So even if there is a little rise in the difficulty level, you are prepared for the surprises. So in my OPSC preliminary examination, I have scored very good marks. So I have attempted so many mock tests, okay, in the OPSC and UPSC format both. I have gone through the PYQs. So I had scored, okay, GS paper 1 I had scored 125 out of 200, and I would say that is also in my, I was expecting little more, but you never know, because in a competitive examination you are already a lot of you are under a lot of stress, okay, and sometimes the questions are so subtly designed that you are going to mark the answer which is mostly wrong, right? And in the second paper I had scored, I think around 145 or 146, because GS paper 2 was little bit easy, okay. So if you compare the UPSC preliminary paper 2 with OPSC preliminary paper 2, OPSC preliminary paper 2 is much easier, but a lot of people also fail in that. So please prepare that also, please attempt questions and see their answers and try to find the logic by which that question is solved. So this is the entire strategy for the OPSC preliminary examination, which is going to happen in the month of September. So I have told you the last 2 months strategy, because you are doing now all types of preparation, optional, general studies, but last 2 months you have to just focus on prelims, and that should be your question. You should try a lot of mock tests, you should do previous year questions, and you should try to crack it by following this strategy. So Biswa signing off. Thank you so much for watching.